Alright. Hey everyone. I don't know if I'm going to post this or not, because this is really for Ye, but he wants me to do it this way so he can understand what I'm saying. Having a telepathic moment. So right now, we're in a situation. I'm going to just talk to you directly, Ye, and if your spirit say post, I'll post and go from there. So this is what's going on. You are getting closer to the finish line, but the problem is, based off the last song I posted, you're like, I'm too bad for you, because you know what your spiritual energy is. Okay, this is what's going on when it comes to your relationships. Out of all the relationships that you was in, Kim is the only one that you truly had emotions and feelings for. I'm gonna call it out. She's the true one. She's the one. Okay, but this is what has happened. In your head, you think you tainted her. In your head, you think that you destroyed her. You created this villain, okay? But I want you to know you did not do that, okay? Kim knew who you was from a past life. She's your karma, okay? She's your karma. She represent what you did to me in the past, in decades ago. So what happened was, I was an innocent spirit. When I sacrificed my life, it changed my spirit. That's why I had to recreate a new one, because the old one got tainted, okay? You're trying to fix something through her when you got to fix yourself, all right? So the thing is, what it is like this. Reason why you have held on, it's not even the fact like if y'all together, but spiritually you still holding on to that bond. Not because you want to be with her. It's more so because you felt like the reason why a lot of the stuff in her life going the way it is because you feel like it's because of your energy. No. She came into the situation with you knowing who you was already. She already knew that you was trying to come in with a pure mind, pure spirit. She knew that you was trying to come in to do right. And she tainted you. Okay? She tainted you. She knew how to manipulate the situation. So basically what she did was this. She came in as me. Okay? Open, listening to you, understood everything about your childhood traumas, all of that. She bonded with you in a way that no one else did, because she was watching me. She already knew who I was. So she knew who you was. She wanted to kill two birds with one stone. That's what happened. Two birds with one stone. You a bird, I'm a bird. You are an angel of darkness, I'm an angel of light. Two birds with one stone. She wanted to be the complete package. That's what happened. Okay? But she knew that you was injured still, because you still have regret from a past life. So, as I told y'all before, or explained to you before, you passed your energy on to Diddy, okay? You passed it on to him in this life. Diddy was the one that received it in this life, okay? But you did that because you, as the vessel, wanted to make your wrongs right. However, when Kim found out what was going on, they knew that they need to get to me, because they knew that I was the main source as the golden goose. I am the golden goose. All right? You was the protector of the golden goose. And they knew that. So I don't want you to sit back and think you tainted her. She is your karma from past life. In order to come back into my life, if that's what you decide to do, you had to go through the karma. You had to understand what you have done in a past situation. You had to understand how to respect. You had to understand how to appreciate, to not be a controller, but a understander, an equal. You understand? And not an authority. All right? So I don't want you to feel like you owe her anything, because she knew what she was getting into before she got into it. And plus, you gave her warnings. I gave her warnings. No different than everybody else in those societies and stuff. So I don't want you to sit back and hold it over your head, because in this realm, they was the more control in your life. Let me explain something. This whole simulation process is because of your spirit. You are a vessel, no different than I'm a vessel. Me and you are the house. We are the base. We are the foundations. But our spirits, your spirit, was the original, the creator of the simulation. I'm going to call it out. It was. And your goal in this matter was to help defeat the simulation. You went from one, you done it from the high, I done it from the low. And we meet in the middle. But the only way this would have worked is because I had to believe in something without seeing. See, in your situation, you had help around you. In mine, I didn't have any. And that's something I had to overcome. In my whole life of 37 years, I have never had help from anyone. Not God, not nothing. You are there. Hold on. Let me explain something. When it comes to it, do you help at points? Yes. But you provided a lot of chaos in my life due to them. Okay? You did. Because you need to prove that I was strong enough in this process. You needed to prove that I could handle it. So you put your strongest warrior, your strongest person out there because of the demonic side. Because I was attached to it. And you wanted to prove, because it's a two-part harmony, no different than me. This God within me wanted to prove that I can still be able to operate on the devil ground and not be corrupted. And I did that. The same way you, as a devil, operated in the godly side and realized you didn't have to destroy. You allowed these other people to do what they wanted to do. You gave them everything they asked for, exactly what they asked for. But you kept your hands clean in the process. That's all you had to do. Keep your hands clean. Do the job, do the purpose, do what you're supposed to do. And you done that. Yeah, you had some fun along the way. But at the same time, it was part of the process. No different than me. I had to be able to walk inside the door in the dark and be able to still allow my light to shine and not be corrupted. You know how many times these people try to corrupt me? Y'all all try to corrupt me, steal my spirit and everything. But I kept the faith. The same way I believed in you. I kept putting that energy into you. I know I could have ran away a long time ago. I know that I could have hid a long time ago. But I believed in you. No different than anybody in the dark. I believed in you. So don't sit back and do the work and then sit back and say sorry. And then take ownership for other people's stuff. That's what you taught me in this process. That's why I'm able to balance the scales now. Because before I was a user. Not a user, where I was being used. Excuse me. I was being used in this process. And they was the users. But now I learned in this process that I don't have to allow people to use me. If you don't want to understand me, don't want to respect me, don't want to work with me, then I don't need you. The same for you. You don't have to keep giving out the best parts to you to these people and give out these energies to these people for them to not appreciate you. So don't sit back and feel like you owe her or any of these people anything. Because as we see, the same amount of energy you put out there to provide them all the gifts, you gave them the warnings to it. You explain, hey, we ain't got to have beef. You explain we ain't got to be corruptible. You explain that we all can be happy. You explain that we all can tell our truths and just agree to disagree. You have done the work. Yes, in the past lives, you was a virus. But in this life, you became your own antidote. But in order for you to acknowledge that that antidote worked, you got to acknowledge that you did your job. Let your light be, how can I say it? Let your light be the proof that a person can be healed. Look at all the hate and all the crazy stuff you went through. You literally got an opportunity to see what I went through.
Oh, you found these?
Yeah, babe, give me a second. This is what, in modern day, if that's what you want to call it, in reality, face to face, they're going to see what it looked like to be on a cross and be sacrificed in the public eye.
I need something like this one.
Give me a second. In modern day time, right in people's faces, they don't realize they got this. They have got to witness what it was like for me to be on a cross. And they was all a part of it. That's why I say you ain't got to worry about going into history when it's right in your face. All these people in the world got the opportunity. All these people got to see exactly what Jesus Christ went through. Right in your face. How many of these people sat back and dog you out, criticize you for having a regular life? You just had some extra change in your pocket. You see how these people treated you? You see how these people was hateful and mean towards you, and all you did was try to provide positivity. And when you provided positivity, what did they do? Still scound you, still threw rocks at you, still threw stones at you, talked about you, criticized you, and all of these different things, but you held strong. Even in your weaknesses, when you screamed out and cried, help me, help me, help me, and nobody wanted to help you, you still stood strong. The times you almost lost your life, there was times that you did lose your life and you came back. They don't know about that part, do they? Yeah, you actually had died. Y'all know that, y'all? He died. He died. And he came back. Do you know that when Kim and all of them was doping him up, when he did the Percocets and stuff, he died. Yes. He died. And he came back. Not once. Twice. When he got in that car accident, that was the first time he died. The second time is when he went to the hospital. Yes, he died twice. But everyone in the world, all y'all did was laugh, joke, and call him out of his names, and you didn't realize. Y'all sit back and go to church and talk about God and all of that stuff and talk about Jesus. When you was watching Jesus being humiliated, being tortured in your face, and y'all ain't do nothing about it. Y'all literally put him on the cross and then burned him. Still to this very moment. Even when he went and started doing church songs, he still wasn't happy. When he provided knowledge and information, he still wasn't happy. When he went undercover to help tear down certain walls, you still wasn't happy. When he put the notification in your face to say, hey, we're getting screwed over, you still wasn't happy. This man been crying for the whole entire time. And the only time when he get peace is when he go to sleep. In a dream where I'm with him. So when I say you don't owe none of these mother suckers nothing. Because they had the same equal opportunity to stand tall and stand firm and to do what's right. You don't owe nobody no apologies. You cried enough for tears, no different than I cried enough for tears. It's time for you to allow yourself to be free. Allow yourself to be able to know that you've done all that you can do. So, just stand. On that note, you have a blessed day.